time, Winston Churchill expressed a personal interest in the subject.
There had been records released in the Public Record Office about Churchill's interest, and this was triggered by the July 1952 wave of sightings, particularly over Washington.
We bring you this special radio television broadcast in order to give you the very latest information on an amazing phenomenon, the arrival of a spaceship in Washington.
Do you believe in flying saucers? Have you any convincing reasons why science fiction shouldn't one day become reality?
This triggered worldwide headlines, and Churchill demanded to know what's going on. You know, what does all this stuff about flying saucers mean? What does it all amount to? I want to know. And he asked his air staff to give him an explanation.
And that explanation is revealed in the files.
Prime Minister, don't worry. It's all been explained. We've been in touch with our American counterparts, and nearly all sightings can be explained away. The radar cases can be explained by pigeons with metal rings round their legs, and so on and so forth. So, Prime Minister, forget it. It's not a serious problem.
Very shortly after the Flying Saucer Working Party had concluded that UFOs were of no defence significance and the whole matter should be quietly dropped, events took a slightly different turn.
Just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. I think something is happening.
Around this time, there were a series of dramatic close encounters between Air Force pilots and UFOs. What made these reports fascinating was that they were often corroborated by radar evidence. The combination of the two meant that the Ministry of Defense were faced with a threat that had to be taken seriously.
I came here to give you these facts. But if you threaten to extend your violence, this earth of yours will be reduced to a burned-out cinder.
The public were not yet really aware that the Ministry of Defence was in this game at all, so we probably didn't have that many reports coming in from the public, whereas down Air Force chains, standard operating procedures were beginning to be put out, actively encouraging aircrew who saw something to report it.
At air bases around the country, reports of UFOs came flooding in. The witnesses were often some of the RAF's most accomplished pilots.
The 21st of October 1952, a date indelibly printed in my mind.
Michael Swinney was based at RAF Little Rissington, training the top forces pilots to become instructors. He was expecting to make a routine flight with one of his students.
It was round about 12, 13, 14,000 feet. We broke through some cloud with nothing above. Fairly soon after that, I was rather horrified to see, framed in the front windscreen of the Meteor, 3 circular white objects.